The Center for the Future of Arizona partnered with the Gallup organization to better understand the shared priorities of Arizonans and affect change on a local and statewide level. Each month, we will share stories of the 7 shared public values that most affect Arizonans' everyday lives. Tonight, a look at how to meet on demands on our dwindling water supply. Producer Shauna Fisher and photographer Ron Bruce show us what's being done to help ensure that Arizona doesn't dry up.
From faucets to farms, to pools and golf courses, Arizona is a water world.
Water really is the gas in the driver of our well-being and our economy and our quality of life. It's the most fundamental thing.
Arizona has 4 primary sources of water. Groundwater makes up 41%. The Colorado River is second with 35%. In-state rivers like the Salt and Verde account for 18%, and reclaimed water is about 5%. According to Sarah Porter, the executive director of the Kyle Center for Water Policy, the most immediate challenge to our water supply is the Colorado River. 7 states and 29 tribes share water rights. Porter says there are several drivers that are causing diminished supplies.
The river was overallocated from the beginning. It never could reliably produce the amount of water that people hold entitlements to. We never accounted for the evaporation that it comes off of big reservoirs and the water that's lost when you move water through a system. So this is a problem called the structural deficit, and it's a very significant amount of water. And then finally, climate change appears to be diminishing and changing the amount of water that winds up flowing through the Colorado River.
The second major threat to Arizona's water supply is an over-reliance on groundwater. Groundwater is a combination of rain and melted snow found deep underground in spaces called aquifers. Giant pumps bring that water to the surface, and then it's delivered to homes, businesses, and farms.
The big challenge around groundwater is that it's a non-renewing water supply. We don't get that much precipitation in the Southwest. When we take groundwater out of the ground, we're functionally mining that water out. So it is not being replenished by nature as fast as we are able to withdraw it.
So managing groundwater is crucial, and that's done partly through a 1980 law called the Groundwater Management Act. One of its provisions states home subdivision developers cannot break ground until they prove a 100-year water supply actually exists on the land.
The issue for cities isn't to run out and find more water supplies so that we can have growth. It's to manage water supplies in a way that enables growth and also keeps the cities nice places to live.
But it's not all bad news. Despite the massive growth in Arizona's population over the last 6 decades, data shows the state's water usage has only gone up 14%. Porter says that's due to a shift in how we think about water in our everyday life.
We've been moving to more and more efficient uses of water. The best thing that we can do individually to help is to use less water outside, because that's water that cannot be reclaimed and reused.
And that's something the City of Mesa is asking its residents to do.
The City of Mesa offers a residential Grass to Xeriscape incentive program. The idea with this is that we like to remove living grass and replace it with a xeriscape.
Becky Zusi is a conservation coordinator with the city. Her department helps residents plan their xeriscape projects.
If you have 500 to 999 square feet of grass, you are eligible potentially for a $750 incentive. If you have 1,000 square feet of living grass, you have the option to receive our incentive for $1,000. If you add 1 additional low water use tree, you get an additional $50. If you add 2, you get an additional $100.
Once a project is completed, the city does an inspection and then sends the resident a check. And before you think xeriscape means boring, Zusi says that's not the case.
Xeriscape is not just rock and cactus. Xeriscape is incorporating shade, it's incorporating color, it's incorporating seasonality.
Zusi estimates at least 600 residents have taken part in the program since its inception in 2007, and the savings are pretty significant. About 50% less water is used on xeriscape yards versus grass. As Arizona continues to grow and so do water supply issues, it's up to all of us working together to keep the water flowing.
We have enough water right now. I think it's really good for individuals to do what they can to honor and respect this resource.
I use water every day, you use water every day. We can choose how we use that water and we can make an impact. If everybody saved 10 gallons a day, think about the impact of a city of 500,000 people. It's very much in the hands of everyone to make a difference.
For more information on water in Arizona, check out the Kyle Center for Water Policy's Arizona Water Blueprint. Just head to their website, seen there on the screen.